Right, now I'm back again, and I know it's going to take a few minutes for a lot of you to sign back in and come and join us now. Sincere apologies about that, but we discovered the problem for some reason. Although we hadn't changed anything, we must have had a power cut or something ridiculous, because the feeds was starting to go through my camera up here as well as this microphone, which caused all manner of problems. So hopefully we will be back to normal any second. Let's have a quick look and see if anybody is going to jump into this feed, which will be good. All right, so when you're ready, come and say hello in the feed again. Yay, well done, Hannah. Thank you so much. Now, sincere apologies about that. That has never happened in our 4 months of streaming, and it happened to happen with the nicest bunch of people because you're all so kind and helped me out. But talk about panic when you're sitting here staring at your screen. Luckily, I've got my sound guy, my tech guy, who's on the end of the phone, and he managed to work it out very quickly. So, look, we are going to get people signing back in due course. So, sincere apologies about that. If you've got friends or whatever that are trying to log into the old link, please direct them to the new one. If they say, what's going on? There's no live stream. I am here. So let's go back to the beginning and say good evening and welcome to Sunday night and the big Tonbridge online pub quiz, where we never make any errors or have technical difficulties. Yep, we're back again, and we're going to have a fun yet competitive quiz, which means we might start a little bit later tonight, because normally we would be kicking off around now because we are on 8 o'clock, but it's absolutely fine. Look, I'll take 10 minutes to quickly go through a few things, and we're just going to start 10 minutes late. What does it matter? It doesn't, does it really? Over 130 people already signed in. I expect that to rise as we go a little bit further in, and please be interactive with us as you were when I was just having those awful problems, and please talk to us in the live chat over here. So Hannah, Football Guru, Angela, Slinky, Litsa, our regular player, Amy, Amy joining in as well. Now the problem is, Amy, they might not be back on the stream, but they're definitely all plugged into the game, I'm afraid, because I can see that over here. So it was all echoing. Let's give some kudos to my brother, because he won't stop talking about it. He did win last week. I'll quickly mention it again. Well done to my brother. Little Sebastian lives. It wasn't actually him. It was his girlfriend that won. So well done to Em for playing along. They're quite impressive, because the two of them tend to be putting the kids back to bed around this time, as a lot of you are. Just a mum picked up a second place, often does very well, and as you can see, that is your top 10 there. So if you manage to get into the top 10 with over 150 or 160 players, that's pretty darn impressive. So well done if you do that. I did go over the point scoring. There's not really any need to do it again, but just very quickly, all you've got to do is click on the multiple choice answer that you think is correct for 5 points. We have multiple answer questions, which we are quite clear, where you have to click on 3 possible answers to get loads and loads of points, and we have some questions which are called first letter, where instead of getting the full option, you just get one letter for each possible option. You've got to know the correct answer and know what letter that would begin with. Let's talk about prizes, because you're thoroughly deserving of them tonight after dealing with that 10 minutes of technical hassle. And we start off with the wonderful Georgian Dragon, and Garth, still as supportive as ever, has been right from the start when we kicked off these quizzes. And Garth is becoming a bit of a celebrity with you guys. It's become as much a prize to get a chance to have Garth on your doorstep as it is to actually get the Prosecco. But this is how it will work. If you win tonight, Garth will come out to your house either tomorrow or probably Tuesday, and he will deliver a bottle of Prosecco to your home. And of course, some pubs are starting to open again, with social distancing and the like. So do go along to the Georgian Dragon and all your local pubs. There are other pubs in Tonbridge other than Wetherspoons. Please remember that. And the other pubs, they're not massive chains making tons of money. They are small businesses themselves. So get along to your local pub, say hello, and tell them that the quiz sent you, because that's always quite nice as well. You can still get takeaways from the Georgian Dragon as well. All the details are on the screen. Let's see what else we've got. So no 25th place tonight, I'm afraid, but we do have another regular prize, which is Graham down at Sports GB. Now he's almost operational again, or certainly will be in a week or week and a half or so, which means that he'll start delivering all of the prizes that people have been winning, and you could win it again tonight. It's a 1 hour massage, and the massage is literally your choice. If you've been running or doing any sort of exercise, you've got any sort of injury, well then that's good, because you can get soft tissue or sports massage or deep tissue or whatever. But if you're just looking for, a bit of an hour to yourself, as it were, the whale music can be slapped on and he'll do you a Swedish or a holistic massage as well. So pretty darn cool prize, and we thank Graham for doing this every single week. And of course, if you are looking to get massage of any sort, whether it's for sports injuries, for just relaxation or whatever, please consider Sports GB because they are a great supporter of ours. He's in Bibra, but he will come out to you if you are local, so in Tonbridge or the surrounding villages, as it were. And then we've got a return for the third time, Waitrose, Angie down at Waitrose, who is another one of our local celebrities. I do hope some of you are going in and asking for Angie at the customer service, just so you can say hello. Tonight she's organised a lovely cool bag and a picnic blanket, and what a good time to win that, hey? If you're planning on heading down to Bournemouth to sit amongst 20,000 people, this is what you need, a cool bag and a picnic blanket. Please don't do what I just said. So if you are in 100th place this evening, you'll get a chance to pop along. I believe Angie is working on Thursday, so it'd be nice if you went in on that day. Just go to customer service and we'll give your details to them. And you'll get yourself this lovely cool bag and a picnic blanket. And we say thank you, of course, to Waitrose, one of your local supermarkets, for supporting us. Now, we have all this support from these guys, and we offer support to these guys. This is Sustain. Now, I talk about them every week because I feel that they are one of the most vital organisations, charitable organisations in our town. And I really want you to continue supporting them. Or if you haven't supported them yet, maybe make this the week that you do. Because at the moment we're up to just over 3,300, I think, pounds that we've raised for them in the this is our 12th quiz. In the 12 quizzes, 11 quizzes we've done so far, 12th one tonight. But look, it's as simple as this. If you have fun tonight, all that I'm asking you to do, this quiz is completely free to play, and I'm never going to ask for money for our business or whatever. But what I will say is if you enjoy it, all I want you to do is take like 1.5 minutes to go to justgiving.com/fundraising/sustain food bank and donate the money that you would have given if you were doing a pub quiz, which is usually £1 or £2, or maybe the price of a pint, or maybe the price of a coffee, or maybe, if you can afford more, a bigger donation. But there's no obligation. But I would say, we're up to over 150 players right now. If we could just get everybody giving £1 a week to Sustain, we're going to help people who are in significant trouble right now. They need to put out around 80 emergency food parcels at the moment, which is, an awful lot. And as you also know, we have helped them create a brand new project. Well, it's not brand new now. It's been going for a month or so, where they're making home cooked food. So, families with young kids and what have you, who are not getting the free meals because they're not at school and the like, they are now getting hot food delivered to their home. People that are, lost their jobs, people that are furloughed, people that are on low incomes, through no fault of their own, people hitting hard times. We can help them, guys. Come on, be generous. At the end of the quiz, I'll entertain you. I'll give you a good time. And at the end, just go over there. Give them £1 or £2. It all really does add up. And we can do some good. We can do some real good. Who knows how much money we will have raised by the time these quizzes come to an end. They're not going to come to an end anytime soon, but they will have to end at some point. But I just want to be able to say that we've raised an absolute huge amount of money by the end of this. Good evening to you, Gary. Apologies if you went to the wrong feed. We had to restart after having some sound issues. After all these weeks, we finally had a problem. The Griffithses are in and playing, and the big heads have arrived, looking for a win tonight, I'm sure. My brother's managed to get one of the two children down. Is it the loud one or the quiet one? That makes a big difference. Best of luck to the Stevens and the Wrens from Batman and Catwoman, and Amy's wishing luck to the Brownos. The Brownos are playing as well. Linda, just look below. Look right down here. There's the code. Here it comes. So myquiz.org, and the code is 450233. 450233, and you should be able to get in without any problem whatsoever. So look, we'll give Linda just a couple of seconds because she's obviously trying to log in. There shouldn't be too much issue with going on to my quiz. Go on, have another go, Linda. It's definitely working because we've got over 150 players all logged in and waiting to play. My brother's absolutely right. Yeah, there's no such thing as a quiet young child, is there? All right, so Linda's about to log in. Let me remind you then, 50 back-to-back questions. There will be some local trivia about our hometown of Tonbridge. From memory, I don't think I've done any recent news tonight. So through no fault of my own as well, having a quick breeze through it, I seem to have got lots of animal questions in here tonight. I don't know why, but I have. But, who doesn't love an animal question? So look, we will plough through. Your scores, when we go to the game screen, will appear on the screen. The questions will appear on the screen, and they'll also appear on your handsets or whatever you're using to play along as well. Good evening to you, Claire. Yes, we're much better now. We solved the gremlin in the system, as it were, and we now know how to deal with it in the future. It was not the Russians, I can tell you that. Let's go over to our game screen then and get ready, because I know you all want to quiz, and we're starting 8 or 9 minutes late tonight. Let's quickly refresh our playing screen. Look, the gremlins are definitely in the house tonight because our playing screen has disappeared from below me, but don't worry, I can solve that. There we go. Let's come back. Here it comes. Wow, what is going on tonight? Is it one of those days? It's not even the 13th or anything, is it? Right, there you go. We are connected to myquiz.org and we will get going. So if you're all ready, I will head over to my quiz. Good luck to each and every one of you. We're playing for first, 50th, 100th, and of course you're playing for the kudos of beating your pals. So good luck, everybody, and here we go. And your first question is coming up. Just look at the picture and tell us, what is that? A baby chimpanzee, a baby owl, a baby hyena, or a baby chipmunk? That is your first question this evening, and it's a reference to the picture. Now, if you're watching this stream and wondering where the picture is, we don't put the picture on the stream. We put it on your handsets that you're playing along with. You need to join myquiz.org in order to play. That is a baby owl. It actually went viral this week. Somebody posted it because they wanted to point out how baby owls sleep. It is alive. It's just that baby owls have to sleep facing face down because their heads are so big they can't support them. Isn't that lovely? Blundell's go into the lead with 8 points. Chazzy G's got 7. Spud 6. Just a Mum 85. 5. And Hanj 85. Hanj 85. You've got 5 points. You two are separated just on who answered that previous question the quickest. Here's question number 2 out of 50. What was the name of Victor Meldrew's wife in the sitcom One Foot in the Grave? Angela, Susan, Karen, or Margaret? Angela, Susan, Karen, or Margaret. There is the wife and Victor. And your time is up. What a cracking old sitcom this was, huh? Back in the 90s. I think it ran between 90 and 95, plus lots of repeats. Oh, look, we've got accidentally 2 answers on there, but Margaret is the correct answer. 69% of you getting it right. The Evil Chickens go into the lead. 18 points for the Evil Chickens. The Chunky Bunch into second with 17. Sappho has 15. I Need Some Chocolate has 11. And Blundell's have 9. So no ties in the top 5 at the moment. But as I said earlier, if you are tied for whatever reason with another player, we split you by who got the previous question quickest. Or who got it right. So that's how we split you. All right. Question number 3. Giving its name to an area of Lye. What type of powder was produced at the powder mills between 1812 and 1934? Talcum powder, gunpowder, flour, acrylic powder. Batman, Catwoman. I tell you what, that's the 3rd gremlin tonight, and they come in threes, right? So hopefully we will not be seeing any more gremlins. All right, so what type of powder? Gunpowder is the correct answer. 63.3% of you getting this one right. And not a lot of people know that, actually, that the powder mills actually made powder. Yeah, we spotted that, Planks. We did pick up on that. Don't worry. Evil Chickens, still in the lead, 23. Sappho, 20. The Chunky Bunch, 17. We've got the Blundells on 14. And Nosy Noisy, a regular player, coming in with 13. It didn't affect things too much, Planks, because pretty much nobody selected that particular answer. That was another gremlin. Damn gremlins. Jimmy Nicol was a member of which pop group for just 13 days? The Beatles, NSYNC, One Direction, or Wham? Jimmy Nicol was a member of which pop group for just 13 days? The Beatles, NSYNC, One Direction, or Wham? So who could Jimmy Nicol be with? The Beatles is the correct answer. 30.6% of you getting it right. This guy became super famous for just like 2 weeks because he replaced Ringo Starr when the Beatles were at the height of Beatlemania, when they were touring the USA. He played like Candlestick Park and loads of some of the really famous concerts. He was the drummer. And then Ringo came back and he went back to relative obscurity. But he was playing to tens of thousands of fans. Evil Chickens in the lead with Sappho in second, Dirty Duck third, Blundell's fourth, and the Chunky Bunch still hanging around in fifth. Here's question number 5. Canoe, sugar daddy, and tall telephone are varieties of which vegetable? Cucumber, pea, carrot, or potato? Don't worry, Claire. We spotted that mistake as well. That was our 3rd gremlin. Everybody got 1. Everybody got 1. P is the correct answer here, 57.3%. The Dirty Duck still leads the way, but look at this, they're now tied with the Blundells on 24. You're separated by whoever got that one the quickest. Evil Chickens have 23. Virginia, 60. Good evening to you. You're into the top 5 with 22, and you're tied with the Chunky Bunch. Yeah, the 3rd gremlin of the night. I'm going to keep saying it. We made a mistake. We accidentally put 2 correct answers on question number 2. So, you know, what are you going to do? All right, so we have the Evil Chicken is, we have an 11-year-old player. All right, Angela, thank you for that. No, it's a close-up picture. Look at this for question 6. Is it a kitchen sponge, a spider web, Velcro, or a tea bag? So we get lots of kids playing, but it's nice when we know that they are playing because often they don't tell us. So the evil chicken, who is currently in third place, is just 11 years old. Keep going. Teabag is the correct answer here. 38.8% of you getting it right, so the majority just about getting that one right. That is the close-up of a teabag. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? Quistal Palace now go into the lead. Look at this. It's all change at the top. Quistal Palace with 28 points. Susie Blue, you've got 26. Samfam comes into the top 5 as well with 26. Dooney, also a newcomer, as is Yellow Jacket, all on 26. So everybody nicely bunched together as we go on to question number 7. But it's a 2-point lead for Quistal Palace. What type of fox is also called the desert fox? A fennec, a colpio, a pampas, or an arctic? That is the desert fox in the picture. But what is its correct name? Desert fox is essentially a nickname. Cute little thing, but what are they called? The majority of you getting this one, 53.2% recognising that is a fennec. Aren't they lovely? It'd be great if they could be pets, wouldn't it? Lovely. Quistal Palace, you're still in the lead, but just 1 point now from the Dirty Duck on 32. Yellow Jacket have 31. Sam Fam have 31. And Dooney have 31. So let's hope I haven't made any more errors tonight. I've been so relaxed all day thinking everything's ready and good to go. And then we're going to get 3 cock-ups in a row. Anyway, we're only human, right? Next question, number 8. What is the world's most expensive metal? Platinum, rhodium, palladium, or iridium? Please don't let my incredible cock-ups put you off making a donation to Sustain. Maybe you could donate £1 for every cock-up I make. We'll make them a fortune. So the world's most expensive metal is rhodium, and just 22.2% of you getting this right. To put it into context, it's worth about $8,150 an ounce. Gold, by comparison, is $1,500 per ounce. It's that expensive. Crystal Palace get it though, 38 points. Dirty Duck, 37. Tinton Abbey come into the top 5, straight into third. Evil Chickens back into the top 5 with 33 points. And Liz, good evening to you, Liz. You have 31 points. 8 questions down. Here is question number 9. It's a true or false question. On average, people swallow 8 spiders a year whilst they sleep. So just quickly to touch on question 2, everybody would have scored exactly the same for it if you got it right. Everybody would have got 1 point. Okay. So on average, people swallow 8 spiders a year whilst they sleep. Is that true or false? We've called a few of you out here. Lots of people believe this, but it's a complete and utter myth. Spiders don't like humans, first of all. And if they did accidentally crawl up on you whilst you're asleep and your mouth happened to be open, you're likely to be snoring or certainly breathing, and that would make them want to go nowhere near your mouth. So no, you don't swallow any spiders. You're perfectly safe, which will be pleasing for people like my Auntie Celia who have arachnophobia. Crystal Palace still in the lead, 43. Dirty Duck, 42. Tinton Abbey, 40. Horror number 4, 39. Evil Chickens, 38. Question 10. Look at the picture. What's the first name of this character from The Simpsons? Nick, Rick, Mick, or Dick? Nick, Rick, Mick, or Dick? So, Simpsons question. We don't have many of these very often. But do you know who that is? Well, half of you do. Nick is the correct answer. Dr. Nick Riviera. 51.2% of you smashing that one. Well done. Crystal Palace having a good quiz so far. Not getting too much wrong. 48 points for you now. Horror number 4 comes into second place with 44. Evil Chickens is doing rather well as well. They've got 43. The Dirty Duck. The Dirty Duck and Evil Chickens having a bit of a tussle. This is quite funny. 42. Tinton Abbey still hanging around with 40 points. Dan, the minute I put that picture on, I thought of your mum. Pristina is the capital city of which European country? Kosovo, Liechtenstein, Montenegro, San Marino. As soon as I put the spider picture near the mouth on the quiz, I did think of Auntie Celia then. And so I left it in. So Pristina, capital city of Kosovo, the correct answer here, and the majority of you getting it right. Liechtenstein is Vaduz, Montenegro is Podgorica, San Marino is famously San Marino. So if you got that one right, you would have got the 5 points. Crystal Palace did, 53. Horror number 4 stood in second with 49. Dirty Duck, 48. Evil Chickens also has 48. Must have got a little bonus there. And Tinton Abbey has 45 points. So we've only got 8 points that separate our top 5, and we are yet to have a multiple answer question. Could it be the next one? Let's have a look. Indeed we have. Select 3 bands that have contained siblings. Beach Boys, Pointer Sisters, Righteous Brothers, One Direction, No Doubt. 3 of those bands have siblings, so a brother and a brother, 2 sisters, or a brother and a sister. Or maybe 3 brothers, 3 sisters, who knows? So 3 of those bands contain siblings. Which 3? Big points up for grabs here. Tricky one. Beach Boys is the correct answer. Pointer Sisters is the correct answer. The Righteous Brothers were not brothers in any shape or form. No doubt they were. That was Gwen and Eric Stefani. So that was a good question for Crystal Palace. Big lead now of 8 points, which is not too bad after 12 questions. You're on to 71. Dirty Duck 63. Evil Chickens 63. Tintin Abbey move up a place with 60 points into 4th. Monk's Dad into the top 5 with 57. Next question. In the video game series Mario Kart, which power-up makes you go faster? Red shell, lightning, mushroom, or green shell? The classic game Mario Kart. Now, I'm pretty sure these power-ups have stayed in all of the Mario Kart games that have been made since, but we're talking about the original one. Or the series. I never played the original. Mushroom is the correct answer here. 64.5% of you getting that one right. Lightning actually turns you small, so I can see why lots of you would have gone for that, but it actually makes you small. The red and green shells are weapons in the game. Crystal Palace still with an 8-point lead at the top, 76. Evil Chickens into 2nd, 68. Tintin Abbey up to 3rd with 66. Dirty Duck down to 4th with 63. And Matt Deneen comes into the top 5 for the first time. Good evening to you. You have 61 points. So Crystal Palace leading the way. Which of these creatures has a sucking power 3 times stronger than the average Dyson cleaner? Walrus, pigeon, human being, or a slug? I'm just waiting for Dan to make a comment in the feed. If it isn't Dan, it will be someone, I'm sure. So a sucking power 3 times stronger than the average Dyson. It's a walrus. Just 17.2% of you getting this one right. Yes, they have an incredible sucking power, and they have to because they like to eat shellfish. And in order to do that, they create a vacuum around the shellfish and suck out the soft bits, as it were. Human being, 8% of you just wishful thinking, I'm afraid. Crystal Palace, just a 3-point lead from Evil Chickens, 73. Tintin Abbey, 71. Dirty Duck, 69. Matt Deneen, 61. Dan, I know you're making comments in your head. That's fine. Keep them there. Question number 15. Which of these roles is currently held by Antonio Guterres? Coach of the Brazilian football team, Secretary General of the UN, Prime Minister of Portugal, or the President of the IOC? He is one of those 4 roles, but which one? Time is up. Let's have a look and see how you've answered right. A real split across the 4 answers here. He is the Secretary General of the United Nations. He was also the Prime Minister of Portugal between 1995 and 2002. So that might have thrown you a little bit. But Secretary General of the UN, quite an important position. Crystal Palace still leading the way. 81 points. Tintin Abbey, 76. Dirty Duck, 74. Evil Chickens down to 4th with 73. And Dooney into the top 5. Dooney, you've got 66 points and you are in 5th place. Here comes your next question, number 16. Which of the following is also known as Chinese geomancy? Feng Shui, origami, karate, or yin yang? So, Chinese geomancy, what could that be? Feng Shui, origami, karate, or yin yang? Time is up. Let's see what you've gone for. Tricky one, but the vast majority of you getting this, it is indeed Feng Shui. It's just another reference to Feng Shui, the art of placement, in order to fulfilled, as it were. Crystal Palace still getting questions right all the way here. They've got a 6-point lead, so still nice and close, but 87 points then to the Dirty Duck on 81. Tintin Abbey holding on to 3rd place with 76. The Evil Chicken still in the top 5, having a really good quiz on 73. And Dooney holds on to the 5th position as well, 66 points. Number 17. Look at the picture. Which singer released this album in 1993? Paul Simon, Billy Joel, Jeff Buckley, or Eric Clapton? Paul Simon, Billy Joel, Jeff Buckley, or Eric Clapton? And your time is up. Let's see how you've gone with this one. Oh, I see. I thought this one wasn't too difficult, but only 41.4% of you getting it right, because I think it really looks like him. It is indeed Billy Joel. The album is called River of Dreams. Crystal Palace got it, though. 92 points. Dirty Duck, 86. Tintin Abbey, 81. Evil Chicken, 78. And Nosy Noisy has 68 points. So stretching away a little bit, Crystal Palace. Let's see if anyone can catch them up. Here comes your next question. This will be question number 18 out of 50. In 1917, Finland declared its independence from which country? Norway, Great Britain, Russia, or Denmark? Norway, Great Britain, Russia, or Denmark? In 1917, Finland declared its independence from which country? Time is up. Let's have a look. Russia is the correct answer. You love your history questions, you guys. 47.1% getting that one right. Yeah, it was part of Russia for quite a while. Crystal Palace, 99. They're closing in on that 100-point barrier. They've got 99 and an 8-point lead from the Dirty Duck on 91. Then it's 10 points down to Tinton Abbey on 81 points. Evil Chickens is then 3 points back on 78. Nosy Noisy 2 points behind them on 76. So we have got a 23-point spread, which is quite a lot, but it can be caught up. Let's have a look at your next question. Who is the only singer to have performed more than one James Bond theme song? Tom Jones, Shirley Bassey, Madonna, or Adele? We're obviously not referring to the orchestra that did the... We're not including them because that's the same theme song in every single Bond film. One person here has done more than one theme song, though. Shirley Bassey, most of you getting this, 86.7%. She did Goldfinger, Diamonds Forever, and Moonraker. She's the only person to have done it more than once. She actually did it 3 times, and she has gone on record as saying she wants to do it again. I don't think that's going to happen. Crystal Palace break 100 points, 104 points. Dirty Duck, 96. Tinton Abbey have 86. Nosy Noisy, slowly but surely moving on up, 81 points. Evil Chickens, you're still in the top 5. You're doing very well tonight. You have 78 points. Here comes your 20th question. What does the S stand for in SD cards? Safe, secure, simple, or sound? So we all use them in our phones and our laptops and wherever. SD card, but what does the S stand for? Technology question. Let's see how you've gone. You all knew this one. Secure is right. Secure Digital, 78.6% getting that one right. The vast majority of you smashing it. 9-point lead now for Crystal Palace, meaning they must have just picked up a bonus there. The Dirty Duck break the 100 points. They've got 101. Tinton Abbey still 10 points off the top 2 with 91. Nosy Noisy, 86. And the Evil Chickens have 83. So it is quite a lead that Crystal Palace have, but as we have seen, big leads can disappear. We've still got 30 questions to go. Loads of points up for grabs. Here's number 21. Which movie held the record for highest grossing film ever between 93 and 97? Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, Independence Day, or Home Alone? Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, Independence Day, or Home Alone? Highest grossing movie ever. Jurassic Park is the correct answer. I think everyone knew this. It was when Titanic came out that they lost the record. So between 93 and 97, Jurassic Park was the highest grossing movie, not adjusting for inflation. 56.6% of you getting that one. And Crystal Palace picking up bonus here. They're looking dangerous, I'm afraid, guys. 115 points for Dirty Duck, 101. Tinton Abbey have got 91, Les Miserables 88, and Dooney has 86 points. So that was a good one for Crystal Palace there, especially with the Dirty Duck getting it wrong. 22. In which country was banoffee pie invented in 1971? Canada, Jamaica, Spain, or the UK? Canada, Jamaica, Spain, or the UK? Banoffee pie. I do love banoffee pie. Is there anyone that doesn't like banoffee pie? Probably not. UK is the correct answer here. It's an invention of ours. It was created by Nigel Mackenzie and Ian Dowding, the owner and chef of the Hungry Monk restaurant in Jevington, East Sussex, and they are very, very proud of it in East Sussex. Crystal Palace, 122. Dirty Duck, back to their scoring ways, getting that one right, 106. Monk's Dad moves into 3rd place, 92 points. Tinton Abbey having a couple of bad questions here, 91. Les Miserables, for the first time into the top 5. They're catching up a little bit. They are on 88 points. Next question, number 23. What was the title of the first video ever uploaded to YouTube? Was it called How to Use YouTube, I Made a Cake, Me at the Zoo, or Pranking My Brother? How to Use YouTube, I Made a Cake, Me at the Zoo, or Pranking My Brother? What was the name of the first ever video uploaded to YouTube? Time is up. Me at the Zoo is the correct answer, and the majority of you getting it, 43.1%. It was uploaded by the co-founder of YouTube, Javed Karim. It's only 18 seconds long, and it's had over 90 million views, so he's probably made some money off it as well, in theory. The Crystal Palace guys, they're just doing so well at the moment, 127. The Dirty Duck, 111. Tinton Abbey, 96. Les Miserables, moving up, 93. Discount Fireworks, good evening to you for the first time into the top 5 on 92. Not even halfway yet, guys. Here's number 24. In an Olympic triathlon, what distance do competitors swim? 500 metres, 1,000 metres, 1,500 metres, or 2,000 metres? An Olympic triathlon. How far do you swim? And your time is up. It's 1,500 meters. Almost half of your getting is 49.7%. You then do a 40-kilometer bike ride followed by a 10-kilometer run. And it's one of the sports we have to be very, very good at. Crystal Palace just not getting anything wrong. 134 points. Dirty Duck, second place, 116. Tinton Abbey, 101. They seem stuck a little bit at the moment. Discount Fireworks and Lake Wizard, though, are moving on ahead. And catching Tinton Abbey. I wonder if Tinton Abbey have a problem. I don't know. Anyway, let's try another one. This is halfway, 25. If you go to a concert performed by an orchestra, which instrument will you first hear right before the performance starts? Piano, trombone, violin, or an oboe? There's a very specific reason you would hear this particular instrument before the performance starts, right before the performance starts, like a matter of seconds. Let's see what you've gone for. Now, tricky question here. Lots of you have gone for violin, but the correct answer is 28, with 28.6% of you getting it right, is the oboe. Because the oboe, everybody will tune to an A note played by an oboe. And the reason they use an oboe is because an oboe can be tuned incredibly easily using the reeds and what have you. So the oboe will be what you hear just before it performs. Anyway, Crystal Palace, 142. Dirty Duck, 123. Tinton Abbey, 106. Discount Fireworks, 103. Monk's Dad have 97. Halfway, here's number 26. Choice of two. Who's older, Jon Favreau or Vince Vaughn? Jon Favreau or Vince Vaughn? I'll give an imaginary bonus point to anybody that recognises the movie and can tell us in the feed. Jon Favreau or Vince Vaughn? Who's the oldest? Time is up. Let's see how you've answered. I reckon a split down the middle pretty much. Yeah, look at this. 48.9% getting it wrong, but 51.1% getting it right. It is indeed Jon Favreau, 53 years old, to Vince Vaughn, who is 50. And imaginary bonus points, Alyssa. That is indeed Swingers, the second film they appeared in together. Do you know the first? It's one of my favourite all-time films. Absolutely adore Swingers. And I actually have had drinks with Marty and Elaine. If you've seen the film and you'll know who Marty and Elaine are, I used to live over there and I've had drinks with them. It was very cool. Anyone know their first film together? Put it in the feed. It's a multiple answer question. Select 3 winners of the Great British Bake Off. Louisa Johnson, Ed Kimber, Nadia Hussain, Dalton Harris, David Atherton. Do you watch the Great British Bake Off? It seems like the whole world does. Do you know your winners? 5 points for each correct answer here. Oh, tricky. Look at this. Ed Kimber is correct. Nadia Hussain is correct. And David Atherton is correct. Now, Dalton Harris and Louisa Johnson, I'm afraid, they were winners of the X Factor. That would be one way. Maybe you could have worked this question out. And that's tied some things up ever so slightly because Crystal Palace did not get all of those. They're still in the lead with 149, but it's a lead of only 11 points now to the Dirty Duck. Monk's Dad in third with 112. KGBB and Toby Barton, both on 109, both come into the top 5. Good evening to you guys. In which year did Valentina Tereshkova become the first woman in space? 1959, 1963, 1969 or 1973? Their first film that they were together in Litsa was called Rudy. They weren't leads, but they were both in that movie together. That's where they met. So in what year did Valentina Tereshkova go into space? 1963 is the correct answer. 24.1% getting it right. 16th of June 1963. And Crystal Palace, having messed up that multiple answer question, are back to their scoring ways, getting it and extending their lead ever so slightly. 156 points now. 138 for the Dirty Duck. Monk's Dad has 117. Tinton Abbey back into the top 5 on 113. And Matt Deneen back into the top 5 as well on 111. Here comes question number 29. It's a first letter question. Look at the picture. What name is given to this particular design of wooden box? F, R, S or T? Now, come on, if you're local, I expect you to know this. Surely I can't have been the only child that was dragged along to the Tonbridge Wells Museum every weekend to look at things like this and a stuffed dodo. Yeah, more than half of you getting it, 51.4%. Tonbridge ware, of course, Tonbridge ware, which Tonbridge Wells takes a claim for, but frankly, it was invented in Tonbridge. It very much was. If you go and look up your history, it was originally in Tonbridge. Very popular in the 18th and 19th century and very valuable if you've got any laying around the house. Crystal Palace, 156, for Dirty Duck, 138, Monk's Dad, 122, Tinton Abbey, 118, and KGBB, 114. Here comes number 30. When You're Weary, Feeling Small is the opening line to which 1970s hit song? I'll Be There, Bridge Over Troubled Water, Let It Be, or Lola? When You're Weary, Feeling Small. Okay, time is up. I expect lots of you to get this one, to be honest. Yeah, look at this, 73.7% getting it right. Bridge Over Troubled Water, one of the greatest songs ever written by Simon and Garfunkel. When you're weary, feeling small, blah, 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 blah. Crystal Palace get it, 161. They're extending their lead again. Dirty Ducklow still in second place. Not giving up just yet, 143 points. Monk's Dad is making moves, still with that third place, but they are scoring. Tinton Abbey, 123. And Don't Stand So Close to Me back into the top 5 with 118. Now, we've got 20 questions to go. The leaders can still be caught, trust me. Here's your number 31. First letter question. Who's the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize? G, K, M or S? Your answer will begin with. Who is the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize? Okay, time is up. Let's see if you've got this one. Well, 41.4%, the majority, but you'll kick yourselves because it was Malala Yousafzai, who was just 17 when she won the Peace Prize. And she's just graduated, I think it was Oxford University she just graduated from. There were some lovely pictures of her covered in cake and what have you just recently. Crystal Palace, 161. Dirty Duck, 143. Monk's Dad is catching up, 132. As is All Revved Up, who comes into the top 5, straight into position 4 with 123 points. Tied with Tinton Abbey, but ahead because he got that one right and got it quicker. Number 32. It's a swell picture. Take a look at it. Who is it? Barbara Streisand, Jennifer Aniston, Madonna, Renée Zellweger. It's one of them. Barbara Streisand, Jennifer Aniston, Madonna, or Renée Zellweger. Time is up. It is Barbara Streisand, 55.7% of you getting this one right. Crystal Palace got it and picked up a little cheeky bonus there as well. I agree, it does sort of look like Jennifer Aniston, but it's Barbara Streisand, who's about 30 or 35 years older than her or something, right? I don't know. Or maybe not that much, maybe 20 years. I don't know. That was awful. Shouldn't have said that. Crystal Palace, 167. Dirty Duck, 143. Monk's Daddy's catching them, 137. Tinton Abbey, 128. And Horror Number 4, back into the top 5 with 125 points. Number 33. Which toxic substance is obtained from the pressed seeds of the castor oil plant? Ricin, cyanide, strychnine, or sarin? Now, there is one reason that some of you might actually know this. I'm not going to say whilst you're answering. All right, now your time is up. Ricin is the correct answer, and some of you might have known this if you've seen the TV show Breaking Bad, because it does make a reference to it in that show where they produce ricin. 30.6% of you getting it right. The majority of you went for cyanide and got it wrong, I'm afraid. Crystal Palace gets it, and they are extending their lead. But Monk's Dad has now moved into second place with 144. Can Monk's Dad catch Crystal Palace? Dirty Duck, third with 143. Horror Number 4, 130. And Tinton Abbey, 128. Number 34. Which country was the world's biggest exporter of beer in 2019? Mexico, Germany, Netherlands, or Belgium? Mexico, Germany, Netherlands, or Belgium? So you're needing the Crystal Palace guys to get some wrong here, but they are good quizzes, and that's just not happening at the moment. I said that and they got one wrong. Can you believe it? And actually, lots of you got it wrong. Just 21.8% of you getting it right. Mexico is by far the world's biggest exporter of beer in 2019, $4.2 billion worth. The next biggest is the Netherlands, which is a paltry $2.1 billion. So, yeah, Mexico, huge. Crystal Palace, 173. Monk's Dad, 144. Dirty Duck, 143. Don't Stand So Close to Me, 133. And All Revved Up, 133. So a little bit of a chance for you to catch Crystal Palace there. You need a few more to go wrong for them, though. Number 35, local question. How much is a standard one-way train fare between Tonbridge and Tunbridge Wells? £2.30, £3.30, £4.30 or £5.30? I've gone for an old 80s picture of Tonbridge Station as well with the old style trains. I used to like those doors. They were so nice. £4.30 is the correct answer. It's a lot, isn't it, still? £4.30 just to go to Tunbridge Wells between Tunbridge. I think it's only like 10 or 20p more if you get a return, which I suppose isn't too bad. Crystal Palace have got 2 in a row wrong, but so have all of our top players. Monk's Dad got it wrong. Dirty Duck got it wrong, but Discount Fireworks got it right. So they've come into 4th place, and Johnny Karate got it right as well, and he's come into the top 5 with 135. So our top players are getting it wrong. Crystal Palace is giving you chances here, guys. Here's number 36. Look at the picture. This dog is called Gunther the Fourth, and he holds which title? World's most handsome dog, most marathons completed by a dog, most decorated dog in the US Army, or the richest dog in the world? He is one of those. But which one? All right, time is up. Let's see what you've gone for. Tricky one. Most decorated dog in the US Army. Most of you went for, but it's wrong. He is the richest dog in the world, worth a staggering $375 million, which he inherited from his father, Gunther Free, who in turn inherited it from the owner. It's just crazy, isn't it? Crystal Palace get another one wrong, and Discount Fireworks have jumped straight up into second place because all of our top players are getting stuff wrong here. So Crystal Palace, 3 in a row wrong, giving Discount Fireworks a chance to catch up. Can they do it? Here's number 37. What word is sung repeatedly in a famous hit song and is also the very first word in the Quran? Shukran, Bismillah, Rubama, Mahaba. So, do you recognise a word there that might be in a famous song? Yeah, Bismillah is the correct answer. Sung, of course, in Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's repeated 3 times in 4 lines. So, you know, it is very much repeated. It simply means in the name of God. Crystal Palace finally get one right after 3 questions. Discount Fireworks, it's a 30-point gap back to you. I mean, can it be done? I don't know. Monk's Dad, just a point off second place, 149. Dirty Duck, 143. Johnny Karate, 140. So, for me, it's Crystal Palace's quiz to lose, but we still have 13 questions to go. Lots of points to be had. How many calendar months are named after Roman emperors? 2, 4, 6, 8. So how many calendar months are named after Roman emperors? 2, 4, 6 or 8? Obviously, we're talking about the English names for calendar months. 2 is the correct answer. Lots of you going for 4, but it's only 2, 27.6%. July and August, they were the most glorious considered by Rome. And they went for Julius Caesar and Caesar Augustus. They're the only 2. Crystal Palace, 188. Monk's Dad, 155. Back into second place there. Discount Fireworks, 155. Dirty Duck, 148. Johnny Karate still there in 5th place with 145. So Crystal Palace getting 2 in a row. We need them to get some wrong for you guys to catch up. Number 39. Which 80s movie features the line, I'd buy that for $1, The Running Man, Pretty Woman, Die Hard or RoboCop? 4 tremendous movies, apart from Pretty Woman. But The Running Man, Die Hard and RoboCop are awesome. But which one? I'd buy that for $1. What does that feature in? Look at this, only 17.2% of you getting this one right. It is RoboCop. A running joke within RoboCop is a really stupid TV show where the presenter has the catchphrase, I'd buy that for $1, and people just laugh of it for really no reason. Now look, Crystal Palace got that and a bonus as well. It's a 33-point gap back to Discount Fireworks, then Monk's Dad, Horror number 4, and The Dirty Duck making up our top 5. With 11 questions to go, this would be a real mess up for Crystal Palace not to win. But keep going. Number 40, with which of the following would you associate the bootstrap paradox? Invisibility, mind reading, immortality, time travel. The bootstrap paradox. Does anyone know about the bootstrap paradox? It's very interesting. But does it refer to invisibility, mind reading, immortality, or time travel? It refers to time travel, and 62.8% of you getting it right. It simply means that if you woke up one day and found a book that told you how to build a time machine on your doorstep, and you built the time machine, and then you went ahead in time, and then you wrote the book and took it back and put it on the doorstep, where does the book come from? That's the bootstrap paradox. There you go. 198 for Crystal Palace. Discount Fireworks, 167. Monk's Dad has 165. Horror number 4, 157. And The Dirty Duck, 153. We're into the home stretch, our final 10 questions. And here comes number 41. Costing $18.7 million. Which company made La Voiture Noire, the most expensive new car ever sold? Was it Lamborghini, McLaren, Bugatti, or Pagani? Lamborghini, McLaren, Bugatti, or Pagani, the most expensive new car that was ever sold. Who made it? Okay, the correct answer here is Bugatti, and a massive 73.1% of you are clearly all car fans getting that one right. Crystal Palace got it, breaking 200 points, 203 points for them. Discount Fireworks, 172. Monk's Dad, a real tussle to get that second place at the moment. They're on 170. Horror number 4 is catching them up with 162. And The Dirty Duck, who's been in and out the top 5 for this whole quiz so far, 158. So what have we got? A 31-point gap. 42 in China. What number is considered extremely unlucky because it rhymes with the word for death? 1, 4, 9 or 12. 1, 4, 9 or 12. Which of those is incredibly unlucky in China? Time is up. Let's see if you know your Chinese numbers. Number 4 is the correct answer, 36.4% getting it right. And a bit like we don't like number 13, if you go to China, you won't find, or generally won't find, for example, a floor 4 on a hotel. So if you got into the elevator, there would be no number 4. So lots of people getting it right, including Crystal Palace, but it's a 28-point lead over Discount Fireworks. You managed to get a little bonus. Monk's Dad 175, Horror number 4 167, and the Dirty Duck 163. So our top 5 has stayed that way for a while. I don't think anyone's going to catch Crystal Palace, but I've been proven wrong before. Let's try another question. In 2008, who released their memoir titled Wishful Drinking? Carrie Fisher, Mel Gibson, Lindsay Lohan, or David Hasselhoff? Wishful Drinking. Who could have written that memoir? Carrie Fisher, Mel Gibson, Lindsay Lohan, or David Hasselhoff? Time is up. The correct answer is Carrie Fisher. Just 28.7% of you getting that one right. And Crystal Palace did. They're not getting too much wrong at the moment. 213 points for them. Discount Fireworks and Monk's Dad still tied in that second and third place with the same score, but Discount Fireworks ahead because they got that one quicker. 180 points for you two then. Horror number 4, you've got 172. You've gone above Dirty Duck on 170. So still all to play for in our top 5, but Crystal Palace are running away with it. Here's number 44. Look at the picture. What's the name of that cartoon character? First seen in 1966. Batboy, Barry Bat, Batfink, or Batty Bat? I do need a drop of water. Okay, time is just about up. Let's see if you know this character. Yeah, that wasn't too difficult, was it? 74.7%. My wings are like a sheet of steel or shield of steel. Shield of steel. My wings are like a shield of steel. That was the catchphrase, wasn't it? Batfink is the correct answer. Crystal Palace get it, 218. Monk's Dad, 185. Discount Fireworks, 185. We cannot separate them at the moment. Horror number 4, 177. The Dirty Duck, 175. 44 questions down out of your 50. We have 6 to go. One of them will be a multiple answer question. Remember, you're playing for some bonus prizes as well. Number 45, in 1943, Winston Churchill asked the Australian Prime Minister to send him a live what to help cheer him up? A koala, crocodile, kangaroo, or a platypus? This is a true story and a very cool piece of history. It does have a relatively sad ending, as you're about to see. All right, time is up. The correct answer here is platypus. Just 20.7% of you, they are getting it right. They named him Winston and sent him over. He died en route, sadly, but Churchill still received him, had him stuffed, and put him on his desk for the duration of the war. Said it brought him luck. Crystal Palace, 218. Discount Fireworks, 185. Monk's Dad, 185. Horror number 4, 177. And the Dirty Duck, 175. So Crystal Palace, I think, got that one wrong. That was a chance to get a few points on them. Just 5 questions remain. Here's your next one, number 46. How many operating terminals are there at London Heathrow Airport? 3, 4, 5 or 6? How many operating terminals are there at London Heathrow Airport? All right, your time is up. Now, you should read this question very carefully because only 25% of you got this right. Majority of you have gone for 5, but we asked for the operating terminal. Since 2015, there's been no Terminal 1. It's shut down. So there's actually only 4. 2, 3, 4 and 5, despite what the picture says. Crystal Palace, 223. Monk's Dad, 190. Discount Fireworks, we've managed to separate the two of them, 185. Horror number 4, 177. And the Dirty Duck, 175. Yeah, there's no Terminal 1, Litzer. You've learned something. There you go. Next question. In what year did the first miniature railway track open in Tonbridge Park? 1951, 1961, 1971 or 1981? Sadly not operating at the moment. I do hope they get it up and running again. I just remember as a kid the smell when you got close to the little train tracks and the trains. I loved it. Pound ago. It was 20p ago when I was a kid. 1951 is the correct answer. 17.3% of you getting it right. Back in 1951, it was on the same site, but it was just an oval, and obviously they've changed it a lot now, and it's just one of the wonderful things in Tonbridge Park. It really is. Crystal Palace, 223. Monk's Dad, 190. Discount Fireworks, 185. Horror number 4, 182. Dirty Duck, 181. So still nice and close between second, third, fourth and fifth, but Crystal Palace really do seem to have this in the bag. Almost impossible for them to lose now. But keep going. 3 questions remain. This is number 48. In 1955, who became the first surprise guest on the long-running show This Is Your Life? Eamon Andrews, Elizabeth Taylor, Vera Lynn or Tommy Steele? That's a great show. I really loved This Is Your Life growing up watching that. wondering who it was going to be, hoping it was a sports star. Now look at this, only 13.4% of you got this right. It's a wonderful bit of trivia. It was Eamon Andrews who went on to become the presenter from the second episode, but the presenter was the first person that was surprised. 13.4% getting it right. Ralph Edwards, if you remember back, was the first person to present that first episode. Crystal Palace 223, Monk's Dad 190. Discount Fireworks 185, Horror Number 4 182, and the Dirty Duck 181. So our top players have been getting quite a few wrong here. We've only got 2 questions to go. Here's your penultimate question. It is number 49. Held in the House of Commons every Wednesday at noon, how long does Prime Minister's questions last? 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 1 hour? Still playing for those spot prizes, remember everybody, 50th and 100th this evening, as well as our top player getting a prize. 30 minutes is the correct answer. 30 minutes too long if you ask me. I'm not a Boris fan, but you know, it doesn't matter. We're all entitled to our opinions. It's fine. 30 minutes, 32% of you getting that one right. Crystal Palace got another one wrong there, so people are catching them, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. 223 points for them. They are our winner incumbent here. Monk's Dad 197, looking good for second place. Discount Fireworks 190, Horror Number 4 187, and the Dirty Duck 181. And your final question will be a multiple answer question. Tap away, get 3 answers for some big points here. Here's your final question, and would you believe it, the Gremlins are back. In the 1984 comedy horror movie Gremlins, what 3 instructions must Billy follow to take care of his mogwai? Don't tickle them, don't get them wet, don't feed them after midnight, don't sing to them, don't expose them to bright light. What are the chances of all this referencing Gremlins in our quiz, only to have the final question about Gremlins? There you go. It wasn't planned. Most of you getting these ones, look, don't get them wet, don't feed them after midnight, and don't expose them to bright light. And those are your final answers, and this is your winner, Crystal Palace. Well done. You led from, midway, and just did not get too much wrong. What is going on? I know Batman and Catwoman, incredible, right? I didn't even consider that would be the last question, even though I wrote it, obviously. So well done to Crystal Palace, beating Monk's Dad and Discount Fireworks, and 3, 2, 1... There are your little sparkly confetti firework things. So Crystal Palace, well deserved. You're going to get a bottle of Prosecco. Do please contact us on the Facebook page so we can organise Garth bringing that out to you. If you are not in Tonbridge, and we know that we've got people that are connected to Tonbridge but playing outside Tonbridge, you can of course nominate somebody in Tonbridge to receive that. So let's have a look at your top 10. Monk's Dad, great play tonight. You really fought into that because you weren't anywhere near the top 5 for quite a while, and then you got in there, and you are our runner-up tonight. No prize, but lots of kudos points and brownie points, sorry, to you. 212 points for you. Discount Fireworks 205, Horror Number 4 202. Tintin Abbey got back into the top 5 right at the end at 185. Johnny Karate 183, all revved up. Another good quiz from you. You're always in the top 10 it seems, 183. Dirty Duck sadly dropped down to 8th place with 183. Horror Number 3 was on 182, and Horror Number 1 was on 177 points. So there you go. That was your quiz tonight. Sincere apologies again for what went on with our Gremlins. We ended up with 4 lots of Gremlins, didn't we? So we had the problems at the beginning. Thank you for bearing with me. And you know we're doing live streaming, so these things can go wrong. And then we had our final load of Gremlins at the end with the final question. But well done to Crystal Palace. That was quite a win. It's not often that we get someone that runs away with it in such a way. Litzer came in at 76th. You were close. Well, the massage was 50th, so you needed to get up to 50th to win the massage. But of course, remember, you can go and book it if you really want to. Thank you very much, Gary, for your kind words as well. We hope we've taught you a little bit of trivia tonight. How did Hannah do? She couldn't get below 100, but 126, best score yet. And if you manage to get into the top 5 just once, and you can now go and screenshot it, because obviously the stream is going to be posted on my YouTube page, so you can go and screenshot it and show everybody that you were in the top 5 after one question. It is nice to get into the top 5 and see your name there, isn't it? So well done to Hannah. Is anybody claiming a prize for 50th or 100th? Let's just remind you that for 50th place tonight, our regular donor Graham at SportsGB Massage will present you with a chance to go for a massage. So for 50th place, Batman and Catwoman just missed out. They were in 49th, but they are happy because they beat their siblings, the Wrens and the Stevens, and it's all about being able to rule over them for a week, isn't it? So that's probably the better prize. Dan came in at 151st, blaming Margaret. Are you blaming Margaret for the first question, wasn't it, tonight? The first or second question? No, second question, yeah. Don't blame Margaret. Blame the Dyson. 100th place tonight. If you got 100th, we're going to get your details from you, please, and we'll give them to Angie down at Waitrose, and you can head down there. Cool bag and picnic blanket will be yours to pick up, and you can go and have a nice picnic maybe in the park. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Please remember, if you've had a good time tonight and you've had a bit of a giggle at my expense because of all the problems that have gone on, then I would like you to do something nice, which is this. Please go over to sustain at justgiving.com/fundraising/sustain food bank and help us help them. I basically give up my Sunday nights in order to do this for you. I don't go out on Sunday evenings. I turn down a barbecue tonight because I want to be committed to doing this, because I want to raise as much money for them as I can. And look, we've had over 170 players tonight, which is great. I really do appreciate the support for what we're doing for you. But look, give us some support back. Just head over there, give them £1 or £2. Literally what you would give if you were playing the quiz in the pub, except for the beers were cheaper at home, weren't they? And you managed to not have to go out the house. So look, go and see them once again. justgiving.com/fundraising/sustain food bank. Making an online donation is safe, secure, very, very easy. And remember, all of the donations to Sustain are ring-fenced and restricted for the work of Sustain. Now, if you can make a few donations this week, next week we'll give you a running total of just how much we have raised so far for Sustain. So come on, be generous this week. Please, 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 please help me raise some money for them. I really, really, really want to, help as many families in our hometown as we possibly can. Okay, so Celia, she absolutely smashed you, Dan, tonight, I'm afraid. 65th, it might well be my Auntie Celia's best performance ever in this quiz, so well done to you. So we will let you know that because we're doing we have got some really big quizzes coming up. Something that I will be giving you details of soon is actually a global quiz that we've been recruited to present and do, and it's going to be a global quiz literally with players from all over the world, and we're expecting potentially thousands and thousands of people to be playing in that. That's going to be happening in July, and we're doing it in partnership with MyQuiz. MyQuiz, the platform, have actually approached us to present that and work on that with them. And obviously, I would love you guys to come along and support that and represent the UK, as it were. So we, on that particular quiz, we want you to invite as many people as you can. Now, all of those details, as and when the details are ready, will be put into the Facebook page, and I want you to share the heck out of it, because we want to get as many people playing as we possibly can. And the stream will look a lot different because this is my spare room, and if anyone's concerned, I do change my bedding. It's just nobody ever stays in this spare room, so I don't need to. But we are changing things. We're having a green screen put in. We're going to be facing in different directions. It's all going to look completely different very soon. So watch that and support us with that when we get round to it. We will return next week for another quiz, and I promise you that there won't be any issues. Fingers crossed. And apologies again for the start and for being so brilliant to bear with me and get me through that rather awful 5 minutes when the sound was quite terrible. We solved it in the end. I will do a write-up for the Facebook page. If you've taken pictures tonight, head over there and pop some bits and pieces on there. Show us how well you've done and show us the pictures as well. I will do the link on the Facebook group as well, Lisa. Lisa, what I'll do is do the write-up in the next 10 or 15 minutes, buddy, and the link will be within that, all right? But if anybody wants to quickly see it again on screen, it's right here. So you go to justgiving.com/fundraising/sustain food bank. Thank you so much for offering to do that. But I will post the actual link, so you can just click on it and head over there directly in the next, as I say, 10 or 15 minutes. Full results will be on the Facebook page tomorrow. Thank you so much, Batman and Catwoman. Thank you so much, Litza. Thank you so much to the 170 or 180 of you that turned out tonight. And have a lovely evening. And I will look forward to quizzing with you again next week. Whatever you do, just stay safe and have a lovely rest of your weekend. Good night, everyone. Good night.